Hello there mates, Mooshi Gamer here, and this is ShadowRun Hong Kong episode, let me check, episode 58. Alright, so things are really ramping up here. A lot of the people, I've talked to a few of them, they're getting ready to ship out of town because of the Yama Kings, surprisingly. A lot of them seem to feel that the Yama Kings are coming back to like eat everybody in the Wall City. Now, I can't say how much that's true or not because it seems a bit far-fetched. But let's see, let's check out the mission computer. We have one unread message. Great meeting you. From Dreamland, thanks for shaking me down to get that newer inhibitor program wrote. It's always refreshing to be physically intimidated in your own apartment. How could I ever forget it? The answer is, I won't. It may not be today, it might not even be soon, but one day you'll regret strong-arming me. I guarantee it. The same goes with Isabel, too. I know how to make her Matrix life a lot less comfortable. I think that it'll make for a nice surprise someday. Alright, I'll just kill you. I have no problem with that. I hate that it's always down at the bottom. Open the jobs directory. I don't have any new jobs. No, I don't. Which reads for relevant words. Landfall T-24. We are at T-24 hours for Typhoon Usagi to cross the shore. I'm signing off until tomorrow sometime. See attached list of met sites if you wish to follow storm progress. Typhoon Usagi's periphery will strike Hong Kong within the next 24 hours with the eye crossing a shore near the Sanshouxin Pingsajin megaplex, 80 kilometers southwest of Hong Kong. Usagi has weakened, but meteorologists warn it's still a very destructive storm. Severe damage and flooding are expected in the direct storm path. We now go to a special warning from the HKPF. The HKPF and the Security Subcommittee of the Executive Council advise all residents to shelter in place and stay connected to Matrix hardlines. A curfew is in effect beginning at 1600 hours, 4 o'clock p.m. Strong electromagnetic interference is expected, shutting down wireless communications. Hong Kong will experience moderate winds and extremely heavy precipitation. Landslides and minor runoff flooding are expected. Citizens are advised to avoid hillside roads and under no circumstances to enter drainage troughs, even to recover lost belongings or to attempt rescues. Call emergency personnel, who are specially trained and equipped to save lives. The automatic 6-joint wall was activated at 6:30 this morning, enclosing Victoria Harbour, blocking the coming waves and limiting the storm surge experienced in the harbour to 1/2 meter. The Port Authority indicates that its seawater pump capacity will be easily sufficient to prevent a destructive rise in harbor level. The rolling brownouts are likely as electricity is routed to the seawall's pump arrays. Where's everybody gone on the boards? Does the term crunch mean anything to you? People are running? Won't all the security forces be on high alert during the storm? It's a sheer question of resource coverage, Kong Ming, like arson in old Yucca cities on Halloween. There are innumerable targets across the Kong. High alert can't be maintained at even a fraction of them through a typhoon. This is the fight the 18s on both sides always know is coming. But can't the courts just plan ahead and hire more people? Blood Meridian? Are you there? Anyone? They said they're going running, dude. I don't think I have anything. No, I don't. Alright, let's talk to the team, see if they have anything to say. I kind of figure Usagi's gonna hit on the very last run that we do. I think it's gonna be able to play a big part of it. Welcome back. What do you think about that? Oh wait, you mean distracting the plastic face man? Wu frowns and his answer comes out in the rest. I knew we'd eventually find that guy, but getting the information on him before the P brainwright was tense. At least we know that Raven's alive now. He was tightened over his teeth. I fucking knew it. Yeah, I was right there with you. Yep, you called it. Now we need to get him out of Prosperity Tower before Grandma reprograms him. My gut said we were being fed a little bullshit. Glad to be right. I'm not gonna say that. That seems mean. Man, she sounds like a piece of work, doesn't she? Maybe we'll get to say hi when we bust into her headquarters. He grabs his goggle off his bunk. I want to see if there's a family resemblance before I drop her. Anyway, enough about that. Need anything else? Let's talk later. Anytime. Alright, let's see. All of this is getting really short now because, like I said, I think we're getting really close to the end. I talked to Isabel and see what she has to say about Dreamland. And man, so you're back. She doesn't bother turning. Need something? Any thoughts about that last run? We're close, MS. We're so close I can taste it. A few more hours, maybe a day or two, and you'll have your father back. Josephine Sang is gonna get what's coming to her. For you, me, and especially for Nightjar, Gutshot, and Carter. And we got the plastic-faced man to thank for it. I wouldn't have killed the plastic-faced man if I were in your shoes. He was a guy doing a job, just like us. It was your call, and he knew the risk when he decided to get into this life. I can't fault you for it, because you're not me. Just remember that everybody out there has a story, even if you don't know it. Anything else you wanted to know? Come on, Isabel, don't do that. I have a question about the Wall City. Alright, go ahead. I guess I don't have a question about the Wall City. Alright. I do feel bad about killing him. But it's over and done with now, so I'm not gonna take it back. Hey again. Any thoughts about that last run? I think we're closing in on the end here. Seattle, with the data we got from the plastic-faced man, Josephine's numbers are just about up. She grins, patting you gently on the arm. Just think, you'll be able to get your dad back. That's gotta be worth something, right? Killing the plastic-faced man was probably the smarter course of action. I mean, I don't really have a personal stake in the matter, but not pissing off Kylie is usually a checkbox I like to hit on every run. Letting him live would have been an unforgivable slight. As it stands now, everybody wins. Nice. Oh my god, so Gobbet switched her position to, yeah, it's probably a good idea that you kill him. Isabel was like, I wouldn't have done it, even though at the time she was like, he steals our faces, we have to get rid of him. Like, come on guys, stop flip-flopping. What am I being to do with the shiny object? Well, first she used to get rid of the things that Sui had let loose, then she put it away for safekeeping. It's probably still there on the sinking ship in some shrine or other. Hold on to the lock and key. At least she's keeping it safe. She shrugs. I'd have preferred if she ditched the thing, but in the end, that wasn't my choice to make. From what I heard, she's still in power over there, so I guess that it worked out okay. And Sui, what happened to him? That walking colostomy bag was already dead, eaten by his own monsters after I took the shiny object away. Turns out, he wasn't much good at controlling them without it. Her voice fills with grim satisfaction. He didn't even live long enough to watch his mutiny fail. Thanks, Gobbet. Sure, in Seattle, thanks for listening. These lessons are for your benefit, but I think that they help me, too. And it's nice to be taken seriously every now and again. Who says I take you seriously? I never copped to that. No problem, Gobbet. I'll look forward to the next one. Her face lights up. Yeah, me too. Now get a move on. I've got Gobbet things to do. I love Gobbet. She's so adorable. And that just leaves Raptor. And I guess I can talk to Gaichu, but I don't think he'll have much to talk about since we haven't really done much together. Raptor's shop is sweltering hot, even more so than it was the first time you stepped inside. The whir of actuators accompanies the fine motions of the manipulator arms that hang from the ceiling. They are turning an object over and over in their articulated hands, soldering wires and hemming rivets. Ah, my friend, welcome back. Raptor touch types a series of commands into his bracer, and the arm relaxes. It arms back to an idle posture. He smiles at you, a cigarette dangling from his lip. There, that's better. Now, what can I do for you? How you getting along with the other members of the team? Perfectly well, thank you. They all seem competent enough, and there haven't been any major personality conflicts so far. He rubs his chin thoughtfully. As long as they continue performing to an acceptable standard, I can see no reason not to continue our arrangement. It's good to run with the team again. Sure, alright. What do you think of them personally? If anything changes, let me know. It's important that the team's morale stays high. He raises his finger. You don't manage morale, my friend. You manage the team. As long as we continue to succeed, morale will take care of itself. You're still something of a mystery to my group, right? What any thoughts on that last run? Another betrayal. You would think that I'd be used to it by now, but I am most assuredly not. That said, Zhao Ji's gambit failed him. Josephine Sang's plans have been laid bare, and we are in a position to act on this knowledge. The upper hand is ours. Your murder of the plastic-faced man is bittersweet. He was an enemy, yes, and he needed to die, but the work that he had done on his face was superb. He would have had a place in the tomorrow that I strive to bring about. Instead, he was a place in the ground. He has a place in the ground, and that is objectively tragic, all other considerations aside. Now, what else would you have of me? This is something of a mystery. No, I don't mind, not at all. He takes the dragon's cigarette, then slowly releases the smoke. I can't promise that my answers will satisfy your curiosity, of course, but you may certainly ask. What was it like growing up in the Russian Republic? Tumultuous, as you might expect. You probably aren't old enough to remember the Euro Wars, but I am. I'd like to hear about them. My country was the instigator of the first Euro War back in '30. I remember the rhetoric, the hardships of living under a wartime economy, the rampant xenophobia that took hold. I remember how we all cheered when our forces invaded Poland. 3 months, that was all that it took for our military to crush that what meager resistance the Poles could bring to bear. It was quite a source of national pride at home. I remember our drive into Germany in a desperate bid to reclaim the eastern portion of that country for ourselves. Just think about the symbolic significance of such an act. An audacious move, to be sure, but Secretary Krukonen was determined to make history. So what happened? Did German military stop you? Yeah, in the same way that Stalin was. Audacious move? You're talking about the overthrow of a sovereign nation, not a maneuver in a chess game. Oh, that's... No, the Night Rife incident did... Night Rife? British-made fighter bombers with stealth capabilities, very state-of-the-art, very powerful. At least, that's what they were purported to have been. Nobody has ever come forward to accept responsibility for the attack. Regardless of who was behind it, the result was the same. Wave upon wave of bombings that targeted our forces and the Germans alike, coupled with the assassinations of dozens of military leaders, a devastating, synchronized operation expertly carried out over the course of a single night. At home, viral attacks shut down our power grids. Hundreds of thousands of Russians' homes found themselves without heat or electricity in the dead of winter. Koschei scuttles forward, allowing the rigger to rest his hand on the sopping metal of his chases. Arthur stares at his own deformed reflection in the metal of the drone's body, a sad smile on his face. I remember huddling under a mountain of cheap blankets that my mother had piled up on my bed. They did little to protect me from the cold, but they were something that I could hang on to, something tangible that I associated with warmth and comfort and home. There, as my body trembled and I watched my breath bust over, a horrible truth descended upon me. We had caused this. We were the villains of the First Euro War. For the first time, I came face to face with what Krukonen's folly had brought us, and there, under that ridiculous heap of rags, I came to realize what would surely come to pass. The world thought us villains, and so they would treat us like villains. We would be pariahs on an international stage, crippled by retributive sanctions, and we would never live down the shame. He wipes his hands as if cleaning them, a wry smile spreads across his face. And then the AFA invaded Greece and Spain, sparking off Euro War II. We deployed our troops to help repel them, and all was made right again. I have to imagine that you still had enemies in Poland and Germany even after the start of the Second War. Lucky for you, they attacked. I'll say in the middle. Oh, we were still regarded with suspicion, of course. All of Europe might have fallen if it hadn't been for our help. In essence, we took back our reputation at gunpoint. Not an ideal solution, I admit, but it worked. Within the span of 4 months, we Russians had gone from nobodies to a terrible threat to unlikely saviors in the eyes of the Western world. Studying exactly how this happened has taught me a great deal about human psychology and social dynamics. Human psychology? You said that as if you weren't one. Well, at least you took something away from the experience. He flashes you a smile. Indeed, there are lessons everywhere, if only we stop to look for them. But I have gone on for too long about this already. I must be boring you. Shall we talk about something else? Surely there are more interesting and relevant things to discuss. Let's talk about something else. I've got to run. Okay, well the reason why I'm leaving is because I do want to jump on the next mission, even if I don't get like super far into it. And we can always come back and talk to Gaichu and Raptor later, I think. Maybe not. Who knows? This may be the last time. Okay, so I'm taking the usual crew. Impolite Prosperity to rescue Raymond Black. I think, is Duncan required to go? He's not. Surprising. I would have expected that he would be. Duncan, Izzy, and Gabbett. It takes out the drone, which could be bad since he was really helpful in some senses. But I would feel bad if I didn't frame Duncan. And I can't not take Goblin and Isabel. So, I don't know. The drone seems the easiest to me. The walk to the MTR station is tense. Infiltrating the headquarters of a megacorp and locating Raymond Black would be challenge enough. Extricating him from his mother's assist device before his memories are permanently altered is another thing altogether. You hop the MCR South Island line and roll noisily down to the nearby island of Apalachao, and dense forests of soaring skyscrapers and corporate greed. Amid them, blending innocuously with its neighbors stand Prosperity Tower. You open the door to the lobby and step inside the headquarters of Sang Mechanical Services and its CEO, Josephine Sang. Or, as Connie Chang would say, was it the dog fucking bitch? Bitch fucking dog? Something like that. So, that order of words in one way or another. But let me take, these are Doc Wagon Trauma Kits, right? Okay. And, I don't think you can ever have too many, so. I wanna give one to everybody though, because I think the way that these work is whoever has it is who revives. I think if you don't have it, you have to wait for somebody else to come over to give you one. And I think it would just be a lot better if everybody just had their own and they can just revive themselves. Okay. And oh, she already has a city fog. Okay. Alright. That's cool. Is this wild aim? Yeah. This is wild aim. Might as well give it to her. She's the only one that can use it anyway. And I was the only one that can use that. Oh, come on, I gave it to her. Don't be a butt. I don't know where it's going or what's happening. What's this? Ah, okay. It went somewhere. Or another. I think that's it. I think that's everything that I want to take. I guess I can take this. I feel like it just sort of... Oh, well, that didn't disappear. Oh, well. Game autosaved. So I'm guessing it's gonna drop us off at the lobby. That's what these places typically start off with, in the lobby, or might be outside or on the street. We'll see. Ah, the lobby. Use the Decker to free Raymond. Have the Decker. Hack security. Network notes weaken Sang security. Notes hack 0. Find evidence on Josephine Sang. The decadence of Sang's administrative lobby is the first thing to hit you. The mood lighting, designer wallpaper, and the scent of burning lavender incense all blur together into a foreign landscape that feels more dangerous than the rotting alleys of Hong Kong. Even the plants seem to condescend to you in their hand-carved limestone pots. Across the room from you stands a receptionist, 3 guards at her back. She seems unaware of, or at least indifferent to, your presence, but the guards behind her lock their eyes onto you and adjust their postures. Regardless, it appears to be a routine response, as the guards on the far right lifts a hand to his face and let loose a long, loud yawn. Security may look light, but we're not in yet. Words only get us so far. Things are bound to get heated eventually. Just prepare to cover your ass when the bullets fly. We've got a lot to get past before we can get to Raymond. He's right, keep our objective in sight. Connie said we can find information on Raymond's location in the security stations. It'll be tricky getting into them, but once we do, that's also where we can cut the alarm system. Once we find Raymond, I'll be happy to help with his liberation. She wraps her fingers on her cyber deck. Oh, and as for the Sang security passes, we shouldn't rely solely on them. They'll help, but using them alongside our own wits would be most effective. Alright, so we're here. And I'm gonna end it here, and we can start with our infiltration in the next video. But if you liked the video, comment or subscribe below. Thank you guys for watching, and Mooshi Gamer signing out.